Hi Leo, welcome to your tarot reading for the week of February 22nd to the 28th. So I could have said the end of February, couldn't I have? I am Raina, and I am using the classic Rider-Waite deck with illustrations by Pamela Coleman, keeping it old school. I'm also going to be picking an energy oracle card from Sandra Ann Taylor at the end. Okay. Oh, you got some romantic energy here. So, let us see what the theme is for this week. This is actually perfect in Pisces. This is a contemplative card, Four of Swords. Leo is all about parties and, being an extrovert, and this is an introverted card. This is about being alone with your thoughts and meditation, reflection, and actually even physical, what do they call it, rejuvenation. This can be a card of that as well. And this may be for different reasons. Perhaps you were doing something very strenuous with a professional project, and you really burnt out, like in a job situation, and maybe you're taking a leave of absence even. In the past position, we have a card that is associated with healing, the Star card. So again, you may have found the need to recuperate from something. When I get the Star card, it is a card of hope for sure, but it's also reflecting a past situation that may have been very quite an ordeal. The other thing too is that both of these cards connect, well, the Star card connects to Aquarius, which is your opposite sign, and the Swords also is connected to all the air signs like Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So it's possible, especially after that Aquarius solar eclipse, that you had some action. If this is a long-term relationship, Leo, this may have been, even though it's an eclipse, that's a solar eclipse, it still could have been a change in that committed partnership in some way, and maybe you're separated from this person, and you're or just you've gotten away from them. You're trying to recuperate from them. They burnt you out in some way. What we have in the near future is a card associated with an offer of love. This is your knight on a, what is it called? On a shining horse. No, your knight in shining. I'm mixing up all these metaphors. Your knight in shining armor on a white horse. And this obviously relates to a romantic offer. So anything connected to, and this could be like a literal water sign individual, a male that has a youthful demeanor. Usually they'll say under 40 or under 30, under 35, something along those lines. But it can be an older gentleman who has more of a youthful behavior or appearance or combination. And if it's a water sign, they could be a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio person, but they're a caring person. Usually with this card, more than the King of Cups, there is the connection with creativity. And that may actually be where the two of you have something in common, and maybe you met the person when they were singing at a club or at an art gallery or something along those lines. Now, this could be a job offer. Maybe you have been taking a leave of absence or in between jobs and just kind of recuperating from a very stressful job, and now you have a new job offer. What crosses you, the challenge of this time, is the Knight of Pentacles, and this is that for, it's funny, this card is associated with Taurus, and I can totally see Leo, and you're a fixed sign as well, having these same characteristics, being a fixed sign, because Leos can be workaholics, actually. And that might be why you burnt out. So this may be just saying that if you get another job offer, don't go back into the fray. Don't repeat your past workaholic tendencies, because then you're just going to be repeating history. You might have thought it was the place of employment that gave you so much stress, but in fact, you tend to work yourself to the bone also. And there's like this persistence with this energy. Also, this could be someone who is like another person. I'm going to just tell you what popped into my mind, because I feel like maybe it'll mean something. Someone else sniffing around, This could be like an earth sign individual. Could be a Taurus or Capricorn or Virgo. I would say either a Taurus or, especially a Taurus being a fixed sign, but also Capricorn. This kind of person may be like too much of a what's the word? I was going to say like a slug, but they may be very successful in their work, or they make a lot of money, and that may be impressive to you, but they can't provide you with the kind of stimulation that you need beyond the physical stimulation. See, that could be where you have this attraction to this person, because they can be they might be very sensual. But in terms of this Knight of Cups, they offer that romance that Leos crave, and they also may be creative, and that's where you also may need that stimulation. The advice is represented by the Five of Wands, and this is a card of being able to look at competition in a friendly kind of a way, not getting too caught up in it as a proof of who you are. And also, like when you're dating, don't get, this is also this thing about like when you're dating, the thrill of the chase, okay, rather than, Leo's, that's another thing about being a fixed sign, and why Leo and Taurus are associated with possessiveness, because they want that consistent partner. But when you're in that early stage, when you've just met somebody, it's better to kind of just enjoy the game of it and not take it too seriously. The number 5 is about change, and the wands are passion. So this is a passionate time for you, but it's also a time not to take yourself too seriously. And the outcome, well, doesn't get much better than this. The Lover's card. However, the Lover's card, isn't that beautiful? I haven't used the Rider-Waite deck in a long time, but Pamela Coleman had such beautiful colors and depictions. I just love this. But in addition to the obvious possibility that you're starting a new relationship, it may indicate that you have to make a choice. You know, sometimes that's what the Six of, I was going to say the Six of Lovers. The Lovers card does sometimes indicate that. And because there's a dualism with those two people that are connected, that couple. Now, the Knight of Cups, like I said, there could be two people involved that you're choosing from, that you're going to choose between money and somebody who is more of a spiritual connection and a creative partner. And likewise, if this is a work situation, you may have another, like you may have two, maybe you are taking a leave of absence, you're burnt out, but this job makes a lot of money, and so you're thinking of going back to it, but you have another job offer waiting in the wings. So you have to be the one to decide. So very interesting. I usually in those instances, I would pick another card because it does seem like it's kind of leaving us hanging here. But I'm going to just pick a card from the Energy Oracle deck, and maybe this will kind of clarify things. It's so funny. I shuffled the cards, and I got the same card that I just got for Aries, but I got it in the upright position this time. It's strategy. Okay. So when I was reading from the book for Aries, I was reading the reverse position. So for you, it's going to be different. Making a plan. This card shows a pen, a journal, compass, and key. When you receive this card, upright, it indicates that this is the optimum time for setting up a very specific strategy for achieving your goals. Write about the direction you want to go in. Consider any potential change in course that may be needed. Be aware of the particulars regarding your goals and have some conscious plan in mind. Structure the short-term goals needed to make your long-term goal a reality. This card is telling you to spend some time setting things in order. It's time to take full control. Add thought to action and set your sights on the road ahead. And what I would add to that is, if you do have a choice to make, you know, look at all of the things, you know, write about it. Write about, like, what is creating a conflict within you that is making you not be able to decide. Again, with the Knight of Pentacles, you may be just so... The other thing about the Knight of Pentacles is that he's in this zone where, you know, there's like this sense of constancy. And that can feel, you know, as a fixed sign, it can feel very good to have this solid thing, you know, the devil you know. But if it's very stressful, it doesn't really pay off in the long run because you have to take off time. It could affect your health. It could affect your level of satisfaction in life in general. And so it's so good to be able to accept something that is unknown and be like trusting of the universe that these things are happening for your greatest good. But you know, again, the known quantity is always very tempting. Okay, well, Leo, I hope you enjoyed this. If you would like a private reading, please click on the link below. Check out my website, rainandmoonastrology.com. Otherwise, have a great week. Take care. Bye.